It feels like everywhere you look, from social media to the latest TV shows, the pressure to look and feel young is, well, it's everywhere. And that has fueled this massive, multi-billion-dollar anti-aging industry, right? It's packed with products and procedures, all promising to somehow turn back the clock. So what's really happening behind all that marketing? And how do we navigate this whole world safely? Let's dive in.
And yeah, that's really the million-dollar question, isn't it? With so many options out there, from simple creams to serious drugs, how safe are these things, really? Turns out the answer is not simple at all. It really depends on what you're doing, your own health, and this is the big one, who you're trusting to give you advice.
So, let's start where most people do. On the surface, we're going to talk about all those cosmetic treatments that help manage the stuff we can actually see. For millions of people, this is the entry point. It's right there, it's accessible, the results can be pretty fast, and it often feels like a low-stakes way to get into anti-aging. But as we're about to see, low stakes doesn't always tell the whole story.
This table really breaks it down nicely. First up, you've got your topicals, right? Things like retinoids. They seem simple enough, but they still come with risks like irritation and making your skin super sensitive to the sun. Then you level up to injectables. We're talking Botox and fillers. The results can be incredible, but the risk profile definitely jumps. It's not just about a little bruising. If you go to the wrong person, you could end up with asymmetry or, in very rare cases, some really scary vascular problems. And for things like lasers or HIFU, the outcome pretty much comes down to two things: how good is the machine and how skilled is the person using it on your face.
So here's the bottom line, and if you take away one thing from this section, let it be this. Non-invasive does not mean risk-free, not at all. Whether it's a cream, a quick shot, or a laser treatment, these are all medical procedures. They're interacting with your body's biology. And that is why the #1 rule is totally non-negotiable. You have to, always, consult a qualified, board-certified professional, period.
Okay, but what if we wanted to go deeper than just managing how things look on the outside? What if we could actually influence the fundamental biology of aging itself? It's a pretty wild question, and for decades, one single method has stood out in the scientific community as the most powerful way to potentially extend life.
And what's so amazing is the consensus around this. You've got researchers calling calorie restriction, or CR for short, the closest thing we have to a real-life fountain of youth. Now that is a huge claim, but this isn't some marketing slogan. It's a conclusion that's been built on almost 100 years of solid research.
So just how powerful is it? Well, in lab studies, when you reduce calories without causing malnutrition, that's key, the average lifespan of mice and rats goes up by a mind-blowing 30%, sometimes even more. That's not just a small bump, that is a massive effect. And this isn't some new biohacking trend either. The science here goes way, way back to the 1930s. Then you fast forward to 2009, and this huge 20-year study on monkeys confirmed that CR didn't just make them live longer. It pushed back the big age-related diseases, cancer, diabetes, heart problems. And right now, human trials, like the calorie study, are trying to figure out how these incredible benefits could work for us.
Okay, so calorie restriction is super effective, but let's be real, it's also incredibly hard to stick with your whole life. I mean, who wants to be hungry all the time? So the next big question for scientists was pretty obvious. Can we get all the benefits without the constant hunger? Can we use specific molecules to basically hack the same pathways that CR targets? To do that, you need to know what you're aiming for. And this is where medicine is making this huge leap. For ages, we've treated things like heart disease or cancer as separate issues. But now, scientists have identified these hallmarks of aging. Think of them as the root causes, the fundamental biological breakdowns that lead to all those other problems. The new goal isn't just to treat the diseases anymore. It's to go after the aging process itself.
And this leads to two really different and fascinating strategies. On one side, you have the boosting cellular fuel idea. It's like trying to refill your body's energy tank. Molecules like NMN are designed to boost NAD+, which is this supercritical molecule for energy and fixing DNA that, you guessed it, goes down as we get older. Then, on the other side, you've got the mimicking scarcity strategy. This isn't about adding fuel, it's about fooling your cells into thinking food is scarce. Drugs like rapamycin block a pathway called mTOR, which basically tells the body, hey, stop growing and start repairing, just like it would during calorie restriction.
So suddenly, we've got this wild, almost sci-fi toolkit of molecules that scientists and biohackers are all playing with.
You've got NMN and resveratrol working on energy. You have things called senolytics, like fisetin, that are designed to clear out old, cranky zombie cells. And then you've got the heavy hitters, prescription drugs like metformin and rapamycin, which go right after our core metabolic pathways.
But, and this is a huge but, this is exactly where all that incredible promise slams right into some pretty harsh peril. Using these powerful, often off-label prescription drugs to try and live longer is not simple. It's not risk-free. It is absolutely time for our reality check.
This is where we have to be so careful. The very thing that makes these drugs so interesting, their power, is exactly what makes them risky. These are not gentle little supplements. We are talking about serious medications with significant, well-documented side effects.
I mean, just look at rapamycin, that powerful mTOR inhibitor. Its main FDA-approved job is to be an immunosuppressant, to stop your body from rejecting a transplanted organ. So yeah, the side effects are not minor. We're talking about a higher risk of infections, wounds that don't heal well, problems with blood sugar, high cholesterol, painful mouth sores, and even testicular atrophy seen in some studies.
And look, these risks are not just theoretical things listed on a warning label. This quote shows you the real-world impact. The tech entrepreneur Brian Johnson, who's famous for his intense anti-aging project, he actually stopped taking rapamycin. And why? Because he experienced the exact side effects we're talking about: blood sugar issues, getting sick more often, and things not healing right. This just forces us to ask a really serious question. If you're a healthy person, do the very real documented risks of a powerful drug like this truly outweigh the totally unproven benefits for extending your life? That's the critical trade-off everyone looking into this has to think about, long and hard.
So, after this whole journey from skin cream to cellular science, from incredible promise to serious danger, where does all this leave us? Well, it suggests the future of aging isn't about finding one magic pill. It's about making a series of smart, informed, and empowered choices.
So here's a simple framework for a safe approach. Number 1, start with the basics. The science is crystal clear on this. Lifestyle is king. A good diet, regular exercise, and sunscreen are your most powerful proven tools. Number 2, talk to a qualified medical professional, not just some random person on the internet. 3, be skeptical of the hype. Look for actual data, not just flashy marketing. And finally, make informed choices. Understand the good, the bad, and the ugly of any option you're considering.
And that leaves us with one last big thought to chew on. As we keep unlocking the secrets of aging, is the real goal just to live longer, to add more years to our life? Or is it to live healthier for longer, to add more life, more energy, more vitality to our years? The whole conversation is shifting from just lifespan to health span. And that, well, that might be the most important anti-aging secret of all.
Click link below.